Hi guys, welcome to Tony Ben's mathematics tutorial. Today we'll be looking at what? Trigonometric ratios of special angles under SURD. But before we look at this, let us know the special angles. We have angle 30 degree, angle 60 degrees, angle 90, angle 45 degrees are special angles. Let us look at how we derive the formula for all the special angles. Okay, now for angle for angle 45 degrees. This is what we get for angle 45 degrees. Given a right angle triangle like this, and this is a right angle triangle, meaning here is 90 degrees. Okay, let here be 45 degrees, and here also be 45 degrees. Let's name this angle to be angle ABC. Angle ABC, where AC is what? 1 unit, and BC is what? Another 1 unit. My brothers and sisters, how can we find length AB? We can find length AB by using what? Pythagoras theory. By using Pythagoras, theory, or theorem, let's say theorem, we said the square of what? The hypotenuse is equal to the sum of square of the opposite and adjacent. Okay, this is it. Line AB square is equals to line BC square plus line AC square, and this is it. Line AB, let's name here to be small letter C. Okay, line AB is what? C square is equals to line BC is what? 1 square plus line AC is also 1 square, and C square is equals to 1 square, 1 plus 1, and C square is equals to 2. So take the square root of both sides. C is equals to what? The square root of 2. So we said here C is what? Square root of what? 2. My brothers and sisters, so we can use this now to get the general form of 45 degrees. Okay, for instance, we have sine 45 degrees using what? SOHCAHTOA. Making use of what? SOHCAHTOA. So this is it. Sine 45 degrees, we have opposite over hypotenuse. If this is your 45 degrees, this is opposite over what? Hypotenuse. We have the same thing as 1 over root of 2. But mind you, I told us that we don't leave our answer with a denominator of square root. What are we going to do? We rationalize the denominator. Multiply all through by square root of 2 over square root of what? 2. And same thing as 1 times square root of 2, or square root of 2 over square root of 2 times square root of 2, or square root of 2 all squared. And same thing as square root of 2 over what? 2. If you check your calculator, sine 45 degree is what? Square root of 2 over what? 2. So let's do justice to cos. Cos 45 degrees is something as what? Cos is adjacent hypotenuse. Adjacent over what? Hypotenuse is something as 1 over what? Root of 2. And we don't leave our answer with a square root in the denominator. We rationalize by multiplying the numerator with square root of 2 over what? Square root of 2. And the same thing as what? Square root of 2 over square root of 2 or what? Square. And the same thing as square root of 2 over what? 2. This is what? Cos 45 degrees. You punch your calculator, this is what you get. Root 2 over 2. Now let's do justice with tan. Tan is what? Opposite over adjacent. This is opposite over adjacent. And this is it. TOA. Tan what? Tan 45 degrees. Same thing as what? Opposite is 1. Adjacent 2 is what? 1. So 1 divided by 1 is 1. Punch your calculator. Tan 45 degrees is what? 1. Let's say unit here. Okay, now let's also do justice with special angles like 30 degrees and what? 60 degrees. Come with me. Let us derive angle of 30, angle of 30 degrees and what? 60 degrees. Let us derive angles of 30 degrees and 60 degrees. Given an equilateral triangle like this, equilateral triangle, all the sizes are equal and the angles inside are equal, the inclusive angles are equal. Let here be what? 2, and here be 2, here be 2. Let's name this angle A, B, C. Angle A, B, C. For instance, okay, here is what? 60 degrees. Here is what? 60 degrees. Here is also 60 degrees. My brothers and sisters, when this angle cuts into two, we have 90 degrees and 90 degrees this side. Permit me to partition it to form a right angle triangle, which is, okay, let me name here to be angle D. Okay, this is it, triangle D, B, A. Mind you, here is 60 degrees, okay, 60 degrees, and here is what? We have 2. From A to B is what? 2. Dividing here in the middle, that means here is going to be what? 30 degrees, because here used to be what? 60. So if you divide it in the middle, you have 30 degrees. So here is what? Angle 90. Angle 90 to show that is a right angle what? Triangle. Okay, here is what? Here is what? From here to here is 2 units. But once we divide in the middle, that means here is 1. But here, we don't know what is here. We name it to be S. So let's find what is here. By using what? Pythagoras theory. By using Pythagoras. By using Pythagoras theorem. We said the square of the hypotenuse. What is the hypotenuse? Line AB square is equal to the sum of squares. The sum of squares of the opposite line BD and line what? AD, adjacent. AD square. That means the square of the hypotenuse is equal to the sum of the square of opposite and the square of what? The adjacent. So what is AB? AB is what? 2 square, and it's equals to BD. BD is what? X square plus AD. AD is what? 1 square, and something as 2 square is what? 4 is equals to x square plus 1 square is what? 1. Collecting like 10, we have x square is equals to 4 minus 1, and x square is equals to what? 3. So taking the square root of both sides, we have x is equals to square root of 3. So let's call this 3 units, square root of 3 units. That means here is what? Square root of 3 units. So with this now, we can find the special angles of 30 degrees and what? 60 degrees. Okay, for 30 degrees, this is it. For 30 degrees, this is what we have. For 30 degrees, sine 30 degrees, sine is what? I told you guys we have so, ka, toa. So sine is opposite hypotenuse, opposite over hypotenuse. So sine 30 is what? What is the opposite? This is 30 degrees. This is the opposite, 1 over 2. 1 over what? 2. Sine 30. This is sine 30. If you punch your calculator, you have 1 over 2 as sine 30. So cos 30 degrees is equals to cos is what? Adjacent over hypotenuse. This 30 degrees, this is its adjacent, root 3 over hypotenuse, which is 2. This is root 3 over what? 2. This is what? Cos of 30 as a special angle. So now tan 30 degrees is equals to tan 30 degrees. We have opposite over what? Adjacent. This is the opposite, while this is the adjacent, which is 1 over root 3. 1 over root of what? 3. But mind you, I said in mathematics, or so rather, you cannot leave your answer as square root in the denominator. So what are we going to do here? We rationalize the denominator by multiplying root 3 to the numerator and root 3 to the denominator. The same thing as having 1 times root 3 will have what? root of 3 over root 3 times root 3 will have root 3 all squared, and the same thing as root 3 over square root, we go with square, we have 3. So tan 30 degrees is what? Root 3 over what? 3. So now for 60 degrees, this is it. This is what we get for 60 degrees. Sine 60 degrees. Mind you, 60 degrees is here. Sine 60 is what? Opposite over hypotenuse. This is the opposite. Root 3. Root 3. What's the hypotenuse? 2. Hypotenuse is always the longest line in a right angle triangle. So this is it. Sine 60 degrees as a special angle is what? Root 3 over what? 2. Punch your calculator, you get root 3 over what? 2. Now, cos 60 degrees as a special angle. Cos 60 is what? Adjacent hypotenuse. Cos is what? Adjacent over hypotenuse. This is 60 degrees. This is its adjacent, which is 1 over, what is hypotenuse? Hypotenuse there is 2. So cos 60 as a special angle is 1 over what? 2. So now tan 60 degrees is what? Tan 60 degrees. What do we have? Opposite over adjacent. This is 60 degrees. Its opposite is root of 3. Its adjacent is 1. That means root 3 over what? 1. And same thing with what? Root 3 divided by 1 is still what? Root of what? 3 as our answer. If you put your calculator, tan 60 degrees as a special angle is what? Root 3. Please, if you find this video interesting, do it to like, comment, share this video, and subscribe to this channel. Don't forget, this is Tony Ben's Mathematics tutorial. See you in my next class. Thank you.